Oh my gosh, I can't get it to go away. Guys, we have new stuff. And for some reason, it is not going away. I swear we're here. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, because I do not know why this is not working. Oh, hey! Now, why am I so big? Yay!
Here I am. Hi.
Yay! Hello! Hi, Dim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I am sharing everything right now. And there we go. Yay! And I got the PBDC collective laughing. The next thing is I need to put the chat back on. That would be great. So guys, if you haven't noticed, we have changed our setup here. And I'm learning. I'm learning how to do this. So Kisa, hashtag bear with us. Here. Hi, David. How are you? Kisa, hello.
Hey, Kisa. Hi, David.
Hi, Odd Mother. I am the moon. I see you. Now you see me. Hashtag bear with us. Yes. Yes, guys, share. Hi, Prometheus. I declare bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy.
Kisa says, hi, Keisha.
Hey.
What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Anyway, guys, look at this. You can see the comments over there now. I don't have to bring them all up. I mean, I can highlight ones, but like, woo, 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 woo. Okay. Still learning. I'm not really sure where my background went because I had Dim in the background. But yes. Oh, last weekend at Scarowinds. Yeah, we have 8 days, guys.
Oh, it's so sad.
I know. So, how's the season been so far?
Amazing. This has probably been, for ARCs, this has been the best season in years. Like, we have so many new actors and that have stuck around, which is always the challenge, is you get new people coming in and then first weekend comes and they're there, and then second weekend you never see them again. So we've had so many new young actors who are just completely fresh and green coming in and have stayed and have like developed that itch. And it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun. I've had a blast. I don't want it to end, like, at all. I'm very sad.
I know. I can't believe it's already almost Halloween.
Like, it's went so fast, which we say that every year. I know every year when it comes to when season hits, it seems like it goes by so fast. It really does just rush through. But the build up to it takes forever, and then it gets here and it's gone like that, and I hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I am trying to get this to be our background. Hey, got it. I believe it or not, this year I have not even acted yet.
Really?
Yeah. It took us quite a while to build.
Yeah.
In fact, I still have like another building day tomorrow. But we got like this whole week running. So starting on the weekend and going in through Halloween and then to like the second.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to be doing. So like,
that's cool. I feel that too. The builds are stressful, and sometimes they definitely take forever. I know with us, like, it seemed like we were very slow through all of build season, and then like the last couple weeks we were just like, it was frantic as hell, but we knocked it out. We were very fortunate, but they've still got some stuff that they're building now, but luckily it's not anything that's interrupting any of our production or operations or anything. So
that's good. Yeah, spooky season has flown by this year, and I'm upset by it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's depressing to think about.
I know. Hey, Slider Jesus,
Slider.
what's up?
How are you?
And I saw one. Kisa said Paranoia was awesome.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you got to go to Paranoia. It's so much fun. I love that haunt.
I haven't even had the chance to get out that way for haunts yet.
Oh, Paranoia is amazing. Like, they have a really cool setup. It's like a whole carnival area in the back. Like, once you go through the haunt, you have all these like games to play. It's so cool. It's just such an experience.
I love it. So it's crazy. So I think I've said this before, and it's a small history lesson, I guess, for people. In 1973, Knott's Berry Farm decided to do Knott's Scary Farm for the first time. And they were the first theme park to do like the Halloween haunt thing. There were already obviously haunted houses everywhere and little things, but they were the first theme park to do that. So my first experience was always Knott's. I mean, that's where I grew up. That's where I hung out. But I've learned over the years with haunt acting and all of that, that there's so much, like, my world was not Scary Farm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like encapsulated into that type of.
Yeah. And then, you know, when I found out about Scurry Face, when I found out about, before I found out about Scurry Face, but that was part of it, encompassing it. It just like this whole new world of haunts opened up that I haven't even really got a chance to even go to yet.
Yeah.
And then we gained things like 17th Door, and, you know, we had Sinister Point for a while, Queen Mary, the Haunted Hayride, you know, all that stuff. And it's become more and more and more prevalent. And I think it's the coolest thing in the world that the place I started is what started a lot of it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, but I'm noticing that the ones out that way towards you, they seem to be a lot more detailed. Not necessarily than Knott's. I haven't seen Knott's this year, but
well, I think, and I don't know, I'm speaking on behalf of ARCs anyway. I know that there are a lot of like big budget haunts. They are really can go very far with like their animatronics, so with their props and stuff like that. But like places like, I mean, ARCs is a huge haunt, but when it comes down to it, we are not a big budget haunt. And so a lot of our stuff, we have a mixture. We do have props, we do have some great animatronics, but we have a lot of our stuff just comes down to the creativity of the people that are building. And so I think that we put, because, you know, our passion is going into it, and so we're really kind of like putting a little bit of our mind into it. And so it's almost like, I feel like we are a good mixture of like old and new. And because we still have like we have the old pops. You have like, you know, your boards and y'all have your air pops and all that. You know, we have all that stuff too, along with the new stuff. But when it comes to like the detail, that just comes straight from whatever we can create ourselves, because we don't have the money to go out and like get all this fancy stuff, you know, and it would be great if we did. But at the same time, I love that we are forced to kind of put our hands to work and use our creativity to really bring it to life.
I like practical effects quite a bit more anyway. And I know that like animatronics tend to be technically practical effects, but in this sense, I'm talking about the fact that we come out with blood in our mouths as opposed to something being projected.
Yeah.
Or we're the ones getting down and dirty instead of just something behind us that could pop out at you.
Yeah.
You know, the animatronics are cool. I mean, some of the funniest scares that have happened to me have been from stupid animatronics popping out.
Yeah. Those suckers, man, like they're good at what they're made for. That's for sure. Yeah.
I mean, last year at oh God, what was it? Reign of Terror. They had this one, and they put you through a very thin hallway, and it feels a lot thinner than it is. And I swear I screamed and threw my hands up because I swear I was too chunky to not get hit by this. Now, it didn't hit me.
Yeah.
But like my brain was like, it's gonna get you. And so I was like, ah! So that was a good scare.
Yeah.
With an animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I like practical effects a lot more than some of the big budget things.
Yeah, same. Me too.
Because it almost gets, for lack of a better way to describe it, it almost gets cheesy when it's.
Yeah. It's cheesy, and it kind of becomes, when you've got kind of like an overload of it, it's more predictable.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I like originality.
I do too. Oh, yeah. Kisa said that she and her hubby go every year to Paranoia because she lives in Georgia. Wouldn't have known about Paranoia if it wasn't for Scurry Face and Tyler. There we go.
Yeah.
If she wants to go to ARCs, can't wait to see the Legion in action.
Please come see us. Yeah, ARCs is, and I'm not just being biased. We are definitely a one of a kind haunt. Like it's a whole experience. And what I love when we have guests, I love seeing the looks on their face when they come in, because it's like you automatically get the sense of home when you come to ARCs. And everyone always says that. They're like, I just feel like I'm at home here. And it's just something about the whole environment there. It's not just like the people, it's just the whole aura that's in the air when you arrive is so different. And I'm very proud of it. So anytime someone mentions wanting to, like, please come to ARCs, come see us so you can experience it, because it's definitely a great experience. For sure.
Like, yeah, I see. I want to go out there. Eventually, I will make it out that way to do.
Have to.
Everything.
You have to, for sure.
Eventually. Prometheus said some of the best haunts I've been to have been old school, low budget. A good haunt doesn't need all the extras. Good acting and timing. Timing is key.
Absolutely.
All of the high dollar items are just props and crutches. Absolutely.
I agree.
We have drop panels at ours. Now, mine is literally in a house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's not long haunt season for mine.
Yeah.
You know, mine's literally at a house, and it goes partially into a backyard. And not even fully into the backyard, just like partially.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. And these kids, they're getting older. I've been there for a while now, but I remember them at like 8 and 9 now. And that's like where they're stuck in my brain, right? That's the age that they are.
Yeah, they're just frozen in time.
I just remember how brutal these kids are, because we like pull ourselves back sometimes. Like we realize that person's pretty scared, and of course I go after them a little.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, you're kind of like, okay, that's like my son. I'll stop letting them piss themselves now.
Yeah, kids don't do that.
No. He watched a girl try to run away from him, smack into a wall, fall over, and still got back in her face screaming.
They're relentless, like in all walks of life. So I can imagine, we don't have kids at our haunt that act, but I can imagine that they are. I've heard that they're fun because they don't hold back.
That's the great part.
And it makes sense because that's how they are everywhere.
True. I mean, I think I like the aspect of this because, like, or I mean, having the kids there, because, like, one, they get the experience that I didn't have, that I wish I had, doing it at a younger age, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Same. But, like, it's fun to watch them just be brutal. It's like,
I bet it is fun. I wish we had child actors, but there were some experiences before I came to ARCs. There were some situations that happened, and Vinny was just like, I'm up in the age, you have to be 18 before you can enact here. And we still have some that come and try, but you know, they don't last more than a couple hours when it's found out that, oh, you're good at it, and go.
Yeah.
So,
how's Vinny doing?
Vinny is doing great. Bless his heart. He is at that haunt from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. like every single day. It is his life. And this past weekend, we had the blackout. the Super Bowl of haunt nights. Of course, Saturday night, it would be the night that it happens in the middle of operation. And I think we all felt so bad for him because, like, when you're expecting to have such a big turnout and have the biggest night of your season, and then it just goes to shit like that, and it's panic. And in 30 years, they said, of him doing it, he said he's never experienced a power outage in the middle of operating like that with a full house. And
But I
we
heard
were
you guys
full.
still like.
Well, it was it was almost magical how everything went so smooth. Like everybody came together. We know at the actors we had our groups. We had to pull like out. I'm out kind of out in the woods area. I don't stay in the clown tent. I'm ADHD. I cannot stay in one place, first of all, and also the tent is very incredibly high energy. We have our younger clowns in there, and even my character Dim, she's not like your typical clown. She's kind of on the darker side of things. Yeah. And so like I go back and forth. I'll be in the tent and get some. I got a couple places, and then I go out in the woods. Well, we had to pull everyone out of the tent. We had to pull everyone out of scenes. We had people all through the actual building that were stuck in hallways and stuck in scenes. And so the actors, we just had to keep entertaining while management run around and slowly kind of like they were trying to talk to the fire marshal and get in touch with whoever was in charge of the power company, find out what was going on. When they found out it was county-wide and that it was not our fault,
God,
we felt much better
county-wide.
because that was the immediate panic. It was like, oh my God, what did somebody do? Somebody tripped over a wire. Somebody did something.
That would
And
be
this is all our fault. We're going to have a lot of mad people. But when we realized it was county-wide, and so this was something that was completely out of our control, patrons were very understanding with the exception of a couple. There was one really huge dickhead in our area. He was horrible, but we got him taken care of. And it was just a matter of keeping them entertained, which, you know what, what's funny is the patrons actually really liked it. They enjoyed the time to kind of see us have conversations that are normal and interact with them while we were taking selfies and stuff and just goofing off with them. A couple of the patrons played charades with some actors in the dark, which was weird. But, you just make the best of the time to keep them kind of entertained. And then Ginger, who is our manager, and the staff, our fire people that we have, all went through and gave everyone, tickets and explained what was happening. And everyone left pretty happy. We didn't have, with the exception of the people that had been waiting for 2 hours and just got their ticket and weren't even able to go in the haunt. They were pretty upset, understandably so.
Well, yeah, but
everyone that was inside, they left, and I heard kids saying this was actually really cool. Like they would have probably stood out there with us all night. They didn't care. So it worked out. But what's crazy is we got the last group of patrons out, and we're all, weaving our way back to the makeup room. We walk in the makeup room, and the power comes back on. And you just hear just a collective, oh, are you fucking
right?
kidding me? So, like, of course, it worked out that way. But aside from the panic and the initial, like, worry, once they did the press release the next day, and we seen the feedback that we got from people, as far as like the decisions that Vinny and Ginger made as far as what they were going to do, and everyone was really, really happy with how above and beyond they were going. It made him feel a lot better, and I think it took a lot of that. He was panicking for a minute. I know you don't see it from Vinny, but it's there. I felt so bad for him. I kind of wanted to cry for him a little bit, but I was like, he'll figure it out. It'll be okay. But yeah, Vinny is doing good. Vinny is going hard as always. That haunt is everything to him, and he
good.
Yes, Slippy, you already know this. Shut up.
Yeah, I pulled that up. So Prometheus had said, I used to tell new actors all the time, a lot of the times you don't have to try hard to be scary. Like if you look the part and you nail your cues, you will be effective. If you can't stare, entertain.
Yes. We say that so many times to new actors. We have like there's a couple kids that have like asked, like, how can I be better at scaring? Look, you don't have to force yourself to try and scare everyone. But because there's going to be people that you just can't scare that come through. I mean, no matter what. I mean, there's going to be some that look at you and they're going to lose their shit. There's going to be some that look at you and laugh. Find a way to make it funny and give them a reason to laugh, like entertain them. And we tell people that all the time. But yeah, you don't have to try very hard, especially with some. I can just literally just cut my eyes at some patrons, and they will absolutely piss their pants. Like, it's crazy. how easily. But it's the environment, they're already on edge,
Well, last year, I mean, I hadn't had my clown back for a long, long time. And so I brought back a clown, and I forgot how many times people try to just like nut up on you. When you're a clown. Like, I forgot because I was like, I've been doing all these other different characters that weren't clowns, trying to get away from the clowns for a while. And like went back to being a clown, and I forgot how many people decided to just nut up on clowns. And I had this, it had to be high school kid, maybe right out of high school, but he was big. He was way bigger than me, and he wanted to fight me. And I finally was like, what's the matter? You don't like clowns? Really? Is that what's going on right now? Oh, you don't like clowns? So I start following dude. And I kept making sure he was because I was like, oh, you want to fight me? You want to fight me? Is it because you don't like clowns? Oh my God. And then he swung on one of our other clowns, who, by the way, was a big dude. And luckily, the guy was in the drop panel. And so when the drop panel happened, he was behind it. The guy tried to swing. I happened to be there and go like hand in front of. And I was like, well, I don't usually touch people, but now it's time for you to leave. And now you're getting escorted out by a clown. That's just what's happening now. Now you got to get touched by a clown. See, all you had to do was walk through. And so,
some of that, they do seem to, I don't know, they're either like immediately terrified, or they do think they have to have some sort of power trip over you. Like and I think it just stems from fear, and especially with your bigger guys, they don't want, they're going to try and go all hard and hide the fact that they're fucking terrified because you're a clown. They have a fear of clowns, but it's hilarious.
Well, this year we have like a clarophobia area. Well, we have a phobia area. And I was like, because initially he's like, no, we're not going to be a clown this year. And I was like, but I worked on my clown like all year. I brought my clown back and I worked on my clown like all year. And I was like, clarophobia is it's a fear of clowns. I could be a clown. And he was like, well, yeah, if you want to stay in one room. I was like, but I could be a clown now.
There you go.
He was like, oh God. He's probably sitting here going, why do I let her come back? Why? We have other people. But sorry, random. Let's see what we got here. Mommy, I was touched by a clown. Yeah, pretty much. At that point. Hello. Hey, Star.
Hi, Star.
Oops, I didn't mean to take that down so fast. Prometheus. I'm a clown for thinking I'll get solid sleep tonight. Well, you have a newborn, so
yeah.
I mean, I guess he's technically not newborn anymore, but he's still really early born. You have a baby.
You got a little baby.
Little baby. Or scratch your butt and let them sniff it. I feel like
that's such a Slippy thing.
Yeah, there should have been something before that, but I don't see a comment that like leads into that.
It's just Slippy.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Hey, Steve the cat, thank you. Yeah, this new format is tricking the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid to play commercials because I don't want to get stuck in it again.
That was weird. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a moon. Oh my goodness. So I know that the look, your look went back to the cotton candy, and I like it. I always liked the cotton candy hair. And I've been noticing you've been doing different styles.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm liking it.
The thing with Dim is she is and it kind of ties into her backstory. She assimilates to her environment, and she's not technically a clown. She's
Okay.
kind of an imposter, but she kind of just, if she sees something and she's like, oh, okay, like if she sees it and she likes it, she's gonna, like, that's gonna become part of what she does. And so she changes a lot because she's constantly seeing things that just get her attention, and she's like, ooh, I want that, I want that.
Shiny.
Kind of part of her thing. But the cotton candy hair is a bitch, and there's a huge part of me that regrets that I ever started it. But everyone loves it so much; it's just become expected and part of who she is. Which I do love the look, but man, like, there are nights when I just wish I didn't have to wear a fucking wig, because the headaches that you get from them damn things are ridiculous,
Oh,
and it's horrible, horrible. But I love the look. I do love the look. Trying to make one single wig last all season is impossible. It's becoming more and more impossible. But I did have I did get a custom wig made, and it ended up being a huge mistake. And I'm still gonna try and maybe do that, wear that wig at some point. But it was actually 2 wigs that were zip tied together, and when I bought it, I was told that they were sewn together. So I've seen the little zip ties that were going to be pressed into my temples, and I was like, I'm not doing this. So I cut the zip ties, and it's just a white wig. So I'm gonna try and dye it, but to get it that pink look. But yeah, the only, go ahead.
Wait, is it synthetic hair?
The one that I got custom made is a synthetic blend, and you can use heat on it and all that.
Oh,
The
cool.
ones that I use normally are just synthetic.
Well, the reason I was asking is I learned a trick, RIT.
Yeah, that's what I was told at the haunt, that I could use RIT to dye it. And so I'm gonna try and dye it at some point, and maybe wear it maybe the last half of the weekend if I can get it done.
Sorry, I was odd
No,
mother
you're
said goodbye.
I was rating.
Yeah, no, not Ritz. Not Ritz.
RIT. It's
RIT.
a fabric. Ritz crackers. No, they that might be good for some distressing at some point in some weird way, depending on what scene you work.
Like, I guess because they're kind of buttery. Like, I just have extensions at this point.
I want extensions. I've never gotten them, but I want them so bad.
These ones are fun. I braid them in myself. I got these ones custom ordered. I'm still figuring out how I feel about these custom order ones, because I kind of feel like a doll right now. Like,
really,
because I asked for them to be thin, so that was totally on me. But now I'm starting to feel like I have yarn hair, because my dreads are a little bit thicker usually.
Yeah. Now
But now I'm
cute.
like, I'm a doll.
I will bite the bullet and actually give it a go and try to get extensions at some point. I've just now got to the point where my hair is actually growing and is super healthy, and so I'm just leaving it alone. And
that's what I'm loving about this, by the way. Is I stopped coloring my hair ever since I started it. And every time I take them out, they're like, my hair's like that much longer.
Yeah, I've heard that for some, I don't know, why does it do that? Why does it like, because of the weight or something, maybe?
Your hair grows about maybe a ½ inch a month, like, maybe. And I think because in my situation, because I'm not coloring it anymore, I'm not lightening it anymore, I do back comb it when I do each braid, but I'm not like styling it every day.
Yeah.
And then I'm not washing it every day, which I know that sounds kind of gross, but I do put stuff like witch hazel and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my natural hairs, or my natural like oils, are making my hair feel better.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering maybe that could be the case, honestly, but I don't know.
You could be wrong.
Hold on, now we got.
Get down.
I love that we have this chat over here, which I still am figuring out which way to point again. Because now I don't have to keep bringing them up, but I'm seeing rotten milk works really well to distress your hair.
Look, there's nothing that Slippy can say that's going to shock me.
A clown doll. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, it doesn't shock me that Slippy said it.
It's just gross.
Nothing can be worse than the hot dog, man. The hot dog. And Slippy knows what the fuck I'm talking about. The damn green hot dog.
The green hot dog? I don't even want to know.
Yeah. Okay. We'll make it worse. It was under his bed in a Ziploc.
I have no words. I really don't when it comes to, I have no words when it comes to him, I swear. Like,
not much shocks me, but I was like, don't you do it.
oh my God.
Because I wasn't going to be shocked if he tried to eat it.
Did he?
I feel like I remember. I'm trying to block it out. Hey, Wolfman!
Hey!
Just trying to block it out. Scary face! Hello! The fuck is going on here? Well,
on here.
There's a dim. And we got a whole new layout. And I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing with it. But we're doing it. What's up? So, dude, okay. So one of the things that I saw was a picture of you like, okay, we're entertaining. All the lights are out. And I know you already went through it, like the fact that you guys were on point and like you guys basically banded together, took care of everything. Everyone got comp tickets. Everyone was enjoying the time. They all learned that it was countywide.
Mm-hmm.
But like I saw a picture of somehow I feel like that is not true, by the way. Hold on.
That's awesome.
Frank, no!
That's horrible. Don't even put that mental image back in my head.
No! Just no!
God. Don't give him any ideas either.
Oh,
Slippy, shut up.
What the fuck, Slippy? Slippy, I fucking love you. You're awesome. Let's go
be blurred.
So, no, I saw that you were having fun and still entertaining, which I thought was really cool. Like, I know that you kind of had to break character slightly, like when everything really went down, just because you have no voice at that point.
Well, I eventually I tried to keep my teeth in as long as I could, but it's very hard for people to understand me when I'm trying to give be serious when I've got my teeth in. So I was like, and I was like, excuse me, and I said, I'm taking my teeth out. And I was like, excuse me, sorry, I said that. I was like, okay, this is what's happening, and but even with my teeth out, like we were goofing off the way that we would in character. We were just kind of being ourselves at the same time. And we were having normal conversations, but then we would pop at them and still it was so weird. It was a bizarre situation to be in, but it flowed very naturally, as weird as that sounds, for it to be so, because we were freaking out too, but you have to keep your calm. We had like 700 people there, and it would have been mass panic if we panicked. So, we just rolled with it, and it flowed, like it worked. We had clowns that were wrestling in the gravel and dragging each other around and stealing props from each other and running and chasing. And then we had, just selfies being taken and pretending to jump rope. And it was so, everybody was being so random, but it was so entertaining because the patrons were just like, this is awesome.
I love
it. How often you get stuck out in the woods in the dark with a bunch of crazy ass actors dressed up who are just like, oh, we don't know what's going on either. So we were all just confused and playing with it. Hey, Tyler.
I love it. Okay, see, this is how I know. Hold on, let me get back over here. That it wasn't slain on there. Right there. Boom. But anyway, sorry, that was my squirrel moment right there. We are going to attempt a commercial. Guys, this is my first time using this program. So bear with me, and I'm going to go to a commercial, and then when we come back, if I get the commercial to go down, we will be continuing. Otherwise, you're just going to see a random thing, and we will still be continuing. We will be right back. Oh!
Blazing skies, the world in flames, nuclear fire, unforgiving claims. I survived through the dust and ash, came back in time to give you a chance.
We're still down at the bottom.
Maybe we'll pop back up in a minute.
Eventually. Hello, MD Sawbones. What's up? Okay, like seriously, what is going on here? And boom! Wait a second.
There we go.
Yay! I feel like there's somebody in here helping me, so that's good. There we go. Now we're back to how it was. Learning curve.
Definitely a learning experience.
This is definitely what's up, MD Sawbones. Hello. I'm seeing people. I mean, I know I don't need to do all that now because it's right there. Wait, there. You know, it's been 82 years. 82. 82 years.
That's specific. 82.
It has been 82 years. So, gosh, I don't even know if I got the chance to ask you some of these questions last time. Thank you. Thank you. I'm figuring it out. I'll be here all week. Dude, okay, so one thing that I ask everybody is, what is your hype up music?
Well, I used to have like a playlist that I would play on my way to the hunt, and I mean, it had my music taste is schizophrenic as fuck. Like, it's all over the board. I've got everything from metal to country on my playlist, but I've not used any hype up music this season because I have my little brother with me. And
cool.
Yeah, when he likes to, he has Asperger's, and this is his first. He's been wanting to act forever, and ever since I've gotten him in the car with me, I can't put music on, so I don't have hype up music now. But I mean, I've never had a specific song. I would just play. I have a haunt playlist that it's basically just heading to the haunt music, and it would just be like, it's completely everything from like, oh my god, I have a bunch of like All Good Things on there, and 9 Inch Nails, all the way to like there's some Megadeth, Pantera, to like Whiskey Myers. Like, literally the most random. I don't have a specific. I'm so like, my music taste is like my brain. It's completely just all over the place and clusterfuck completely.
Oh, I feel that. That's how I am all the time. Like, I don't know if I had music on when you came in or not, but like,
I don't think so.
I've been ranging from trash grass to black metal, and then like back over to like some dark funk, and then like somewhere in between, just going like old school West Coast rap,
Yeah.
and then like a little bit of like
that on my playlist.
EDM stuff, like just randomness, pure randomness. And then one of them will just get me in a mood, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? Now, you know what? No, now it's time to listen to some Regulators.
Oh my God. It's so funny you said that. Somebody said, a kid in the break room right before we're getting ready said something about if you say anything to do with regular anything, that's what pops in my head. And
Mount
as soon as
up.
they said that, I said, mount up. And they were like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, you just, oh my God, this is so, I'm so old. I was like singing and this, like, I was going into the rap and they were like,
They're all, huh?
I was like, Lord, bless your heart.
You're all,
You don't know good music. Go away.
oh my goodness. So we have a neighbor, and he has, well, obviously we have a neighbor, but he likes to really blast music. And we always call it like Bry Guy Friday and stuff like that. Cause like he'll just be, what the fuck kind of music is trash grass? Okay, give me a second, Tyler. I will get back to that. But no, like he will be blasting his music because he has a great system on his truck. And it ranges. It seriously ranges from like I don't know, like he was playing Warren G at one point, and then he was playing like System of a Down, and then like that one song Suavemente. Like that comes on, and they're like, he's like dancing, drinking his beer. He's like, "Hey, you guys want him on that?" I'm like, dude. I mean, let's party. Let's just have a good time. Block party. Woo!
I was like my son in the truck.
Jailhouse Rock. What is going on here? Okay, so what kind of music is trash grass? It is like punk rock bluegrass. That's the best way to describe it. It is like punk rock bluegrass. And oftentimes they have like satanic themes and stuff like that, but not all of them. But like Amigo the Devil, Tejon Street Corner Thieves, Bridge City Sinners. It's steel guitars, banjos, and punk rock.
Nice.
So definitely recommend it. It kind of just like, it's just there now. It lives in my brain rent free. And I love it. It's great. The goddamn Gallows, stuff like that. Like,
Goddamn,
they have a song called "Y'all Motherfuckers Need Jesus."
Oh shit! I don't know about that.
It's hilarious. Honestly, they're good. They're awesome. I love it. Let's see. I listen to Elvis. Okay.
Yeah.
And Pink Floyd, Falling in Reverse. Okay. I didn't say bluegrass. I said trash grass. Thank you. It's punk, more punk. Gosh, people, why?
Where'd it go?
Why are you guys? Which one?
I saw a comment from Slippy. Are you coming to act again with us next week? Damn.
Oh yeah, let me find it. I saw it a second ago.
What day? Slippy, let me know a day that when you're talking about.
Although, to address also where did it go?
Don't bite me.
Bluegrass metal. If you guys get a chance, there's a band called The Native Howl. And they do a cover. Well, it's not a cover, it's like a mix of Man of Constant Sorrow and Harvester of Sorrow.
Ooh. What's their name again?
The Native Howl.
The Native Howl.
And it's hilariously amazing, if that makes sense. Like, they're really good. Did I accidentally send? Okay. Okay. So like honestly, he nails the voice. He sounds just like Hetfield, but it's like Man of Constant Sorrow, but Harvester of Sorrow. Okay, you just got to find it. Yes. Harvester of Constant Sorrow. Yes, that's exactly what it's called.
I'm gonna look that up.
Native Howl is what I call my meeting call. Will do. I want to say November 2nd. Is what he says.
I'll have to check. I want to say that's the day when Riggs was wanting me to go to when we're supposed to be at Malice for their Blackout event. But let me find out for sure. If not, then yeah, absolutely, I will. Love to.
It's not shitty, actually. And no, it's not like Ramones punk.
Arcs might be open that day, actually.
Oh.
We might be open at Arcs that day because I know we're doing makeup days for the power outage, and we did a vote on our chat the other day, and so it depends. I might be able to, Slippy. I'll let you know.
Oh God, we got Kyler in here. We got a Kyler and a Tyler.
Kyler and a Tyler.
Oh boy. Here we go. My stepdad, Tear Dog, as he likes to be called, raw dogs his rippin' rad CD player while making loud sex to my mom soon after. He then steals her heart and my Baja BBC Mountain Dew blast. Kyler lives in his parents' basement and has a tendency to try to lock his stepdad out of his Mountain Dew, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We also have
Baja Blast.
It's a BBC Baja Blast.
BBC.
Mushroom Head back when the original members were with them. Total beast mode. 14 times. Nice. Dude, I've seen Slayer like 13. You beat me on the amount of times I've seen. Okay, you've beat me with Mushroom Head on the amount of times I've seen Slayer. And that's crazy. Stepson, get off here, man. Oh God. So that actually brings me into something not the BBC Baja Blast, but the fact that you're talking about going to other haunts. You've had the chance to travel haunt a little bit more this year. Or no, I don't know.
Not as much this year as I did last year.
Okay.
But yeah, I've only got to go to Woods this year, which, by the way, loved. Cannot wait to go back next year. I'll be counting the days to go back. It's an amazing experience.
So how was that this year? I mean, obviously you just said you loved it, but
they have an amazing hunt. Like, it's incredible. And the people there are wonderful. Their midway is spectacular. I loved every second of it. If I wouldn't have just got fired before I made the trip up there, I probably would have been in like even better spirits, but I only slipped mentally like a couple times, but I came out of it real quick. It's an absolutely incredible hunt. Like, if anyone has a chance to go there, go to Woods for sure. It's absolutely amazing. I love it.
Oh yeah, Mr. Giggles went to Dark Harbor. I wanted to go this year now that they brought it back, but I didn't get a chance. But I love that you guys get to go. Okay, you got to go to Woods of Terror this year. You might be going over to Slippy's Haunt.
Yeah, if I can go to Doomsday, I absolutely will. I acted there with me and Avery went over there and got to act with. I basically kind of shared an area with Slippy and got to see him do his thing, and I had so much fun. Like, they have a really good time there. The way that they go out on the big truck with the flamethrowers and all that shit, it was so much fun. Like, I loved it. It's great. If I can go back this year, I absolutely will.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Last year I got to I acted at Doomsday, at Malice, at Terror on the Coast, and Scary Acres, and I feel like there's somewhere else, but maybe not. That might be it. Last year. Yeah, so I got to do more last year than I've been able to do this year, just because my circumstances had a life 360 happen.
I totally get it, dude. We actually tried to save to actually head out there this year.
Yeah.
and get to go to at least a couple things with Scurry Face. And it just didn't pan out. Life just, the year took it out of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard when those curveballs come along out of nowhere and they just kind of like throw a wrench into all of the plans that you made.
He says, well,
But
I mean,
it happens. It's okay. It's not the end of the world.
technically you acted in Oklahoma.
Well, yeah, that was, I mean, well, kind of at HorrorCon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was fun. Yeah, HorrorCon and Fair Expo. Did I act at Fair Expo last year? I can't remember. Yes. No. I did this year. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm getting my times mixed up. But yeah, HorrorCon was a lot of fun too.
Oh God, why do I have to read this? Tear Dog likes to harvest my sorrow after making loud sex to my mom and deep chugging my BBC. Bah ha 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 blast. Bah ha ha ha.
The fact that he just repeats making loud sex to my mom is hilarious.
Yeah, that's our favorite troll. Like, I'm never even mad that he arrives. Like, speaking of bands, what's the status of our concert that turned into a festival from last live? Oh my God, Tony, if you're in here, let's add to this. So, for those who don't know, one of our supporters, his name is Tony. He's rad. He has a show that he's going to, and he kept saying, but I wish this band would be there, and I wish this band would be here, and I wish that band would be here. And by the time the show was done, this had turned into a massive festival that we were wishing for. And, like, it involved Pantera, it involved like shit, I don't remember, man. I do not remember. It was so many different bands and so many different genres, and I was like, I'm for this.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it was like everything from ICP to freaking Slayer.
Sounds like time.
Right? So I was all about that. Freaking sweet. I'm trying to catch up here. You need to come to Alabama. It's not what the news portrays us to be.
Not always.
I just won't go to Florida. Just letting you guys know. I won't go to Florida. It's not happening. I refuse. Is Color describing a Diddy party? Probably. Maybe Tear Dog is Diddy and it's just what he likes him to call him. T-Dog, Tear Dog, all that. Eventually we will make it out to Alabama. Like, I don't want to go to Florida. I don't. Someone stole my identity in Florida, like when I was 2, apparently bought a house using my social and everything.
Shit.
Yeah, I've tried to claim ownership. I send the police there quite regularly just to mess with them every year. It's my cousin.
It's an ongoing thing?
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's wild.
It happened when I was 2, apparently. They've had the house since 88.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, great. Cool. Coolsies. Yeah, yikes. So I had another question. I don't remember what it was going to be. Because I got distracted by freaking Kyler and his BBC Mountain Dew Bahaha blast. So, gosh, what other haunts were you at before ARCs?
I was just at one haunt. It was called BFE Haunted Trails, and it was in Pulaski, Tennessee. And it was just a trail haunt. It's kind of like a backyard haunt, a little small, kind of like a mom and pop.
Always fun.
And, yeah, it was fun. That's where I started. It was fun. Didn't have the atmosphere that I guess. I knew that I always wanted to kind of like roll into doing something like this, like, because I've always been completely fascinated with like the whole horror genre. I hate saying horror genre, and I wanted to get into it somehow. Never had the opportunity to. I had the opportunity. I got asked to volunteer to go act one night at this haunted trail. At the time, I was in a really terrible relationship, a very toxic relationship. But my boyfriend at the time, we were together for 10 years. He was in jail at the time, and so I had the freedom to actually go, and immediately discovered I was in one night, bam, I was in deep. Like that was it. I got the bug. It was over, and no one else there seemed to share the passion as deeply as I immediately did, stepping foot
Oh,
to a scene. So it was like I was just kind of felt like I was maybe a nerd about it, kind of like why, like I love this so much, and they were just kind of like, whatever, go. Like you showed up with your makeup on, you just walked right to your scene, did your thing, left, went home. It was just like that. So when the owner of that haunt passed away and they decided not to reopen, I knew I had to go somewhere, and I've always loved Arcs. I've been going since it was Greystone Manor. It was I just grew up going to Arcs, or going to Greystone Manor and then Arcs. And so I just reached out to him on Facebook, and I reached out to Robbie on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I didn't go through the application process. I didn't do it the normal way. I just reached out and said, hey, I want to act. What do I do? How do I get into it? I've got experience, a little bit of experience. What do I do? He's like, show up. So I was like, okay. And I didn't even have my clown costume and stuff. It was all in storage in my apartment at the time. I couldn't even get to it. I ripped my skirt trying to get it out. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna take a corset and some black leggings. I painted a rib cage on the corset, and I showed up, and I was scared to death. I walked in, and I didn't know any of these people, and I was like, hi. And they stuck me in the hill area in Summoner's Circle, and literally Gage just painted my face black. I was seriously blackface my first 9 hours. I was blackface with a ribcage corset on and black leggings in the middle of the woods by myself. And I was like, what do I do with this? So I still had a great time. I made it the best. I grabbed it. There was a little prop there. It was a goat head, and goat head became Larry, who was my pet. And I just kind of fucked with him all night. It was like, Larry, I made up banter as people came through, had a great time. But when I left, I got into the chat, and I was like, look, I've got to go back to, I want to be in clown. I'm a clown. I've got to go back to what I know. And that's when I started really rebuilding my look for Jim, because she was completely different. She was completely she was like Spirit Halloweenish before I came to Arcs. And I started really building on her after that. And just took off from there. I've not looked back. I've been in clown since at Arcs, and Arcs is exactly what I've always envisioned in my head having with a haunt family. And it was just, it's wonderful. But I did like my little start, my little start at BFE, little trail. It was fun, and it got me in. So yeah, but just one haunt, just one place.
MD Sawbones said exactly what I was thinking. Being a nerd about it is what it's about.
Yes, and I agree. That's why I was kind of confused as to why nobody else seemed to be as nerdy about it as I was. I was immediately in love, and I felt like I was just kind of looked at it as what is wrong with you? It's like, what? I love this. Are you serious? So
I would be too. When you go into a haunt and people aren't into it, it's like, why are you even doing it then?
Yeah. It just was almost the mentality that you've seen with a lot of the people. I mean, there were some, and everyone was cool, but it was more just going through the motions, and it was off-putting a little bit. So, because I was like, it can't be this can't be what it's like. And that's actually how I discovered Scurryface, because I literally sat at the desktop computer, my boyfriend's mom at her house, and was Googling haunt communities, and Scurryface popped up. And that's how I discovered Scurryface, and kind of followed in the show. Oh my gosh, people like this exist? Holy crap. And yeah, it was over from there. It just sold immediately. But yeah, it was weird for nobody else to feel this. They were just
that's so crazy.
And I was like, what? I'm obsessed. Why aren't you?
So it says, so sorry, MD Sawbones said, you be who you want to be, that society will not let you be in society, and kill it. It is what we do. It's what we do.
Absolutely.
And never look back.
Never look back.
Right. I know the feeling. I cringe looking at my first look as Prometheus.
It's funny going back and looking. I was cute for what I made with what I could, but man, she's a sad little clown to begin with, but she's grown a lot.
I will eventually find one of my first ones, but it was definitely, I think when I started messing around with paint, because I'm allergic to latex, I'm allergic to adhesive. So like when I first started, it took me 4 hours to nail a sugar skull.
I feel that so hard. That was me when I first started trying to do TikToks. And yeah, I was trying to be all cool and like, okay, I'm gonna do this TikTok thing. No, honey, I start at 2:00, and by 8:00, I'm ready to try and film 15 seconds. You know, like, yeah.
I sat there because I couldn't find the right white face. I couldn't find the right this, and I got out like eyeshadows and eyeliner. Which, by the way, eyeshadows and eyeliner. But like, and this is also paint too. But like, I was getting out all these weird things. And like it took me like 4 hours because I was like, oh, let's do a spider web across my whole forehead. And let's do like a flower on my chin. And like, oh, then I gotta figure out how to do this and then do the flowers and then put the gems in it. And then I gotta color it. And then 4 freaking hours later.
Yeah. Mine was more a line wouldn't be as straight as I want it to be, so I have to wipe the whole face off. Like I'm horrible. That's why I've had such a hard time doing my own makeup, because when it comes to my own face, if somebody else does it, I don't like, I'm going to love it. But if I do it, I'm so meticulous to myself. Like if there's one little squiggly or something that doesn't work out right, I mean, my skin is raw by the time I'm done. I've done wiped my face and started over so many times. It's really sad.
That's something I have learned over the years is you mess up, run with it. Unless it's like, okay, like if it's crooked line, whatever, like these are not as straight as I would like them to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've learned to try to run with it.
Yeah. And now I feel like, cause I started trying to learn, I'm trying to learn airbrush. You know, I want, dude is she gave a lesson and I'm wanting her to teach me some more in Vasile, and I'm surrounded by incredible airbrush artists. And I have all the right tools thanks to TJ. He hooked me up for my birthday. And I really want to learn. I practice when I can. And I've gotten to the point where if I do have something that doesn't work the way that I like it on whatever I'm working on and making a head, or I actually have a whole entire mannequin I got from Arts that I paint, that I'll just try to turn it into something. So I'm learning to overcome that. But if I ever get to the point where I do it on my face, I hope I can be the same way. Because if I do that with airbrush, it's going to be very, very bad for my skin.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the only thing. One of the tips I can give people when it comes to like doing different makeup styles and stuff like that is something that was a hard lesson for me. I mean, you can ask Frank. When it comes to me doing corpse paint, I have a meltdown. I have an absolute meltdown doing corpse paint, which is hilarious because it's supposed to be messy.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I can't do the lines right, and I can't do veins and like that look, and it pisses me off, and I throw a temper tantrum and wipe my whole face off. But if I could give a tip to anybody when it comes to doing makeup, run with it. And I have to tell myself this too. So you know, just roll with it. Like, oh, that line didn't come out straight. Well, guess what? If you try to do it again, it's not going to be any straighter. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. And that is so true.
Instead of trying to make this line a little straighter, blend it out with some eyeshadow.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. I have not had the opportunity to work with airbrushes yet. I've done it like painting things that aren't people.
Yeah.
But I've never had the opportunity to do face anything.
Yeah. I'm terrified of trying it on a face. Like they make it look so easy.
Right?
They make it look effortless. And then you go and I couldn't even figure out how to hold the damn gun at first. I was like, this does not feel natural. It doesn't feel like I'm doing it right. It's very hard. It's very hard. I mean, hard for me anyway. It's a challenge for sure, but I'm trying. I'll get there eventually.
I think it's hard for everyone when they first start because like it's a whole new thing. Like, I had to learn from my dad when it came to like spray painting, how to like make something more pinpointed versus a bigger stream on it and like a wider spray, all of that stuff. And like my dad's the most amazing artist I've ever known in my entire life. And if I could at least have some of his talent, I would be like a millionaire. But I do not have as much talent as that man has. And so, but learning from him, you know, getting an opportunity to shadow, that's the word, shadow people like you've been doing. That's basically just how you learn how to do these things, which is great and so much fun. And so, oh God, Kyler's back.
Yeah, I'll stop it.
Okay, let's go with MD Sawbones. I'm ridiculous when patrons aren't in the room. I'm talking to props and being my character, not to lose character. That's actually great.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because you jump out of character, all of a sudden somebody comes in and surprises you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had that experience where you walk into the room and like they weren't ready. And then you don't get a scare. You don't even get entertained.
It's awkward. It makes for an awkward situation. Yeah, for sure.
You all look at each other and you're like, but you're in pain. Like, shouldn't you be at least like, I was not cute. What?
He was talking about his first look.
Oh, okay. But I'm grateful for that first look because it got me where I am. Absolutely.
Same.
Oh boy. We got a Kyler. My stepdad, tear dog, Diddy, the Diddlington, the 46. Serious once. He came home drunk on BBC Baja Mountain Dew blast, tore up my mother's door. I sat in the basement for hours and hours and hours. Loud sex. Finn. Favorite troll. Well, this Skyler fell up and up. I'm sure he is. Something I've learned over the years, if you only think it's a fart and not know it's probably not a fart.
Okay.
All right. Had that experience. About to get into airbrushing this next year. Props with airbrush. It's a game changer. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I got to learn it because I've been hearing it's a game changer. And I feel like even doing a swirl like this might be easier when you really learn it.
They certainly make it look like it's, I mean, dude, I sit down, it's 10 minutes, like, and I look fucking incredible. And then it's just, it's fascinating to watch.
Oh, thank you.
Work your magic.
I appreciate that. I had fun doing my makeup tonight, and I'm about to go scare people at CVS. I'm over here now. Well, thank you. We can see the comments on X now. It's amazing. Oh, man. So, my brain just stopped. It does that quite often. That's the joys of ADHD. You know, so let's see. So how much longer is Arts going to be open this year? Like what's
we have tomorrow night through Sunday night, next Thursday, of course, Halloween, and they're debating what dates because we're open on 9th for the haunt tour. But they're going to have at least one extra day that we're going to be open to make up for the power outage, maybe 2. So that's when they're just debating what day or days. It might be next weekend too. So we're just waiting to find out.
And I will be. I wasn't joking. We're going to CVS after this, and I'm not wiping my makeup off. Fuck that.
No.
Fuck that. I might cover up my tummy, but that's beside the point. Might be scarier if I don't. So I mean, so you guys are going to be obviously through Halloween, and then there's that extended time frame, and then you guys are on that Stirring Face haunt tour.
Yes.
And you said you guys are on. That's the 9th.
That's the 9th. Yes.
Okay. And I forgot everybody in that tour. I really did already, and I'm horrible at that.
It's, I think, 14 haunts in Alabama. 13, 14. I think they added another one, so it's 14.
Oh, rad.
I know we're on the day. It's going to be Doomsday and us. I think they're coming to us first and then to Doomsday on the 9th.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm excited
I'm
see
excited for y'all. I'm not even out there.
It's going to be
So, this is the time where I go rep the living shit out of everything that you want to.
Oh Lord. Rep the living shit out of everything, like arcs or
Arcs, your character, scurry face,
oh God, I'm put on the spot. I don't do good in situations like this. If you're in the North Alabama area,
that'll do good.
which is Killen, Alabama, come and see us at Arcs Mortis. We're located in Killen, which is the name of the town, which is very appropriate. We're a great haunt, 50,000 square feet inside, outside. We also have an entire like family friendly adventure park, Spark Adventure Park. We have Frankenville, which has a kids haunt in it, which is Bolts something adventure. We have bumper cars. It's all kinds of really cool stuff. It's magical. Kids love it. Adults love it. We have a stage area. It's just a whole blast. Like our whole setup is fun from the time you get there to the time you leave. Everyone has a great time. You can check out our Google reviews and read for yourself. This year has been absolutely fabulous. Also, go up the street and check out Doomsday. They are our neighbors and a wonderful haunt as well. Scurryface.com to learn more about our organization. A bunch of really cool motherfuckers, and we are just a big family. And I'm Dim.
This is Dim.
I'm Dim. Not in my dimness right now because she is a bitch to put together. Yeah, she's very complicated, and
it takes effort.
It takes effort and time to get her together. Let me tell you, she is layers upon layers upon layers, and lots of hair goes into pulling her out. So, whew.
MD Sawbones says going to guest act this coming Sunday along with Chaos, Melgore, and Dr. Pigman. Pigman.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Hello Baby Sound Machines, top tier invention. Arcs Mortis can't wait to be your guest.
Hell yeah. Come on out. The more the merrier.
I'm super excited. I will eventually be out there. Eventually.
Yeah, we have our MBV event. That's really our big one that we have the most guest actors come to. Of course, guest actors are always welcome, but MBV in February, our Valentine event, is absolutely incredible. And we are going to be super busy because all of our patrons that were at the haunt during the power outage, that were in the haunt, got a free ticket to MBV next year. So we are not only going to have our regular, crazy crowd, but we're also going to have more. So come out and see like what all the hype is about, because it's amazing.
Heck yeah. Oh man, so let's hope that I can figure this shit out, by the way. With all that, guys, go check out Arcs Mortis in Killen, Alabama. Go check out the Scurryface Haunt Tour on. Does the whole thing take place on the night?
No, it's that whole weekend.
It's the 9th and 10th.
The 8th, 9th, and 10th, maybe. I had it embedded in my brain, and it's left me now.
I knew at one point
because that's kind of the way that it happens to me. But yeah, it's the weekend.
Yeah.
My character name is Dim. Dim. Dim.
Dim. Yep.
Dim Haunter on Facebook, or you can just go like Keisha Adams. I actually post more on my normal page than I do Dim's page. I need to start like switching that up a little bit, but I always forget. Yeah.
Oh boy. No, it is not. No, sir. It is not. You've got to make that diaper money somehow.
Everybody check the bio.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so guys, thank you for joining us tonight while we got to catch up with Dim. It's been a while, so it was about damn time.
Yep.
If you get the chance, head out to Killen, Alabama. Head out to your local haunts, guys. So even if you're not in Alabama, support them. We have 8 more days till Halloween. Most haunts are still going through the 2nd. So go check them out. Dim, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Fun. It was a blast. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too. I am going to try to do this. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, get your scare on. All right.
And
have a wonderful night, guys.
bye, everybody.
Bye.
I know that the world I